Greetings and salutations, welcome to the Premiership. It's Bolton, episode 14. And yeah, so we've done pre-season, win, dross and a law. We've gone for the traffic light system. We're about to play our first game, but before that we've got transfers. Now, it's been an interesting time. Obviously, we've got much debt, or we did have much debt, and obviously the Premiership money is going to be massively useful, but they still didn't give me much money to spend. And this is possibly the worst squad I've ever been promoted with, right? If you look at the players, there was a lot of weakish links in that team already, and we didn't get to spend much money. So let's have a look at what we did. So first we'll go on the out. So Neil Dan's left, he did alright for us. Dobby never got a game. Feeney was okay for us, scored a few goals last season. Lots of sort of youngsters. Jordan Lussey, the ex-Liverpool kid, pretty rubbish. Anybody else worth talking about? Not really. And then we sold a few players. So we sold a right back, Laurie Wilson, who was on loan last season, 250,000. He's alright, he's a decent youngster. Pisano, who's also on loan, but he was on quite big wages, 125,000. Hayden White, a centre back that was never really going to make it, a youngster, 100 grand. No, he's another right back, isn't he? I had 3 right backs, yeah. Decent young player. We've got a little bit of a sell-on fee for him in case he does do decent. Rob Holding, centre back that was never going to make it, 21,000. Woohoo! Gary Medine on a free because nobody wanted him at all, and I wanted him off the wage book. So we managed to raise £500,000, which I was quite happy with. So we spent 5.4 million. So we've had to do quite a bit of business. It was one of the longest pre-seasons I think I've done, just because lack of spending. We obviously, as you can see, we spent all on one player basically because why not? This is. I don't think in Football Manager history I've ever been promoted to the Premiership and then got relegated the next season. I'm not sure if I've been sacked maybe once or twice if we were supposed to do well in the Premiership and not performed, but I don't think this is going to be fucking hard. I've got to tell you that. So yeah, we can't offer very good wages. That was another big thing. So we got some freebies in, but none of them on massive wages just because we struggle. So let's talk about them. So basically these are youth players. So John Swift, who's not fantastic, but basically just to fill out the squad. Just a decent youngster, 21 years old. Can play central midfield, but can also fill in on the wings if needed and behind the striker. Kind of just a versatile squad player, valued at 1.6 million. He was a Chelsea youth player that only played one game for him. But did well last season in the Championship, playing 41 games and getting an average over 7. That's pretty good. So very happy to have him in the club. Next up, we've got Tommy Smith, the Ipswich centre-back. He's only 26 years old, New Zealand international, 3.5 stars, but just a decent, solid centre-back, really. Valued at 4.6 million. Like I said, picked up on a free. Very happy with that. He's got lots of experience in the Championship. This will be his first Premiership outing. But like I said, just a decent, solid centre-back without being anything spectacular. Next up, we've got John Toral. So he's a Arsenal reject, another central midfielder, another 21-year-old. I'm kind of building with an eye of relegation, just in case. Players that will be brilliant in the Championship next season. And I can't sort of pass up again. Played a full season in the Championship last season, averaged over 7. Very happy with that. So we've got a Spanish, he's English, isn't he, and the New Zealander. So then we've got Wellington Silva, who you all know from our loan last season. Very happy to get him in. 23 years old. They let his contract run out at Arsenal. I was like, yes, please, thank you very much. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Just a very good, pacey, skillful player that can play on both sides. So next up, we've got Hiroki Sake. He's Japanese. I'm sounding racist. Right back. Absolute beast of a right back. Very happy to get him in. Also Japanese link as well. You might get a bit more money just from the fans there and stuff. So just a very, very good centre back. His history basically is playing in Hanover last year in the German First Division and played plenty of games. He's played a decent amount of games in the German Bundesliga. So that's very, very good experience for him. 22 caps for Japan. Really good physicals, very happy with him. He's just learning the language, but I think he'll be fitting well. Next up, we've got Rodney Congolo. This is just an 18-year-old freebie that I picked up because I really liked some of his stats. As you can see, he is very, very decent. And I thought, he's on £1,000 a week. He's a Man City reject. I'll just take a cheeky little punt on him. He might get some game time. Next, a couple of big loanies in. The big one being Sergio Romero. Just a fantastic goalkeeper. I thought we needed to do better than Ben Amos, basically. A better goalkeeper than him this season. So, obviously, he was at Man United last season, and he played the one game, kept a clean sheet, 100% record. So we played 1.3 million for the entire season, which I'm actually okay with. We're not paying a massive amount of his wages because I think he's on. Oh no, he's not on that high wage really. So very happy. There's 54 caps for Argentina, like ridiculous amount of experience. He played for Sampdoria. He was the number one for AZ in Holland for a number of years. Very, very happy with him. Next, we've got Jeff Rene Adelaide, who's the Arsenal youngster. This is just to give me some options on the wings and inside forward positions. Just a good all-rounder. Only 18 years old. I think he could have a big future ahead of him. He's not really played much football in his life, apparently. But I think he'll be a decent introduction. I don't think he'll be a starter, but he's going to be a super sub, I think, mainly. And next, we got a big signing, Tyler Roberts from West Brom, who recently relegated. I just took a punt on him. He's only 17 years old. I thought, fuck it. Fuck it a bucket. He's just really, really pacey. He can play up top. I might start using him as an inside forward, and because he can basically play behind Cloughie, who we've still kept hold of. I'll show you sort of positioning later, but 17 years old, under 21 for the Wales, valued at 2.9 million. Picked him up for, very, very happy. The scouts really rate him. They think he's going to be a very, very good player, so I'm hoping so. Maybe, I think he'd get games, but he's one for the future. I think he can be a very decent player. There still might be some more movements, maybe another loan or something. We've got a couple of weeks left, but I've spent all my money. Finances looking like this. We're actually got money in the bank, which is rare. Hopefully that should sort of shoot up because of all the TV money and everything. We still got a massive debt loan outstanding, but we're spending 400 grand a week, so we've got a little bit of wiggle room on the wages, but not a massive amount. Zach Clough hasn't complained about wanting to leave yet this season, which is a bonus. Also, nobody's really sort of sniffed around him, which is fantastic, so I'm hoping just to play. He's got 3 more years on his deal. I'm hoping maybe January time to offer him a new contract, just to keep him pinned down at the club. So that is it. So basically the way this is going to work is that Zach Clough's going to be the main man, and then up front options, we've got Sam Zadar, who's our youngster. It's probably a little bit too early for him, but he's actually a decent youngster I want to give game time to. But we've got Max Clayton that could play up front also, but most likely is going to be Tyler Roberts just moving up to the striking position. They're going to play him on the inside forward on the left to get him some experience to begin with. This is our formation. It's similar to how we started last season with the 3 in midfield. Slightly more defensive. As you can see, none of my front 6 are attacking. Only the wing-backs are attacking. There's a reason for that. As you know, it's my overlapping formation. I've taken a lot of the instructions off. I really want to keep it simple. We're not playing the offside trap. I'm dropped a little bit because it was higher line before, so I've dropped that a little bit deeper. We've got the look for the overlap. That's the only one on pass into space to try and counter-attack well. And everything else is pretty simple. So we're trying to sort of pack the midfield basically and win that midfield battle with the numbers, and then hopefully nick one. It's going to be a fucking awful season. There's no doubt about it. So today we are playing Watford. Let's have a look. Where did they finish last season? So they scraped 9 points clear of relegation last season. So they're going to be a tricky team, but if we're going to pick up points, we should be looking maybe at nicking a result here. Right, the team has been picked. Clough up front, Roberts, the youngster on the left, Wellington Silva on the right, who actually, even though he's left-footed, so inside forwards play on the opposite foot, right? So a left inside forward should be right-footed because they cut inside. But Wellington Silva's actually, I'm confusing myself here, right-footed, so he should be on the left. But actually, second half of last season, he's actually quite, in his bio, it says he's actually got a good left foot as well. So he's kind of two-footed, so that's why he's playing on the left, because that allows right, because then Roberts can play on the left. That's more confusing than I meant it to be. Right, Zach Clough up front, Roberts and Silva, the two youngsters playing as the inside forwards. Then we've got Davies, Jay Spearing as the ball-winning midfielder, and Pratley as the box-to-box. Dean Moxey at left-back, Tommy Smith, David Wheater, tons of experience there as the centre-backs, and Hiroki Sake as right back. I'm always going to say that, by the way. I'm always going to say that. And Sergio Romero in goal. Right. Oh, I'm a bit nervous, boys. I haven't done my captains and set piece takers yet. I'll do that afterwards. Like I said, there still might be some transfers. Got 2 weeks left. I've got no money. I was given 4 million at the start of the season, and that 4 million to build a Premiership squad is not the best. Right. So we should win this midfield battle due to the fact they haven't got any midfielders. I'm guessing they're going long ball. Right. This one's for the fans. Let's go for a bit of fanage. And we'll go faith. First game of the season, can't go wrong. With a bit of faith. Let's go, boys. Come on. Right. I don't want to talk about the real life football yesterday. Fucking Liverpool, fucking Southampton, man. Fucking fuckers. Right. Well, Man City, yeah, you know you're bad when you get beaten by Man United. Right. A nothing start to the game. I'm fine with that. They've had 7 shots. A little bit worrying. Welcome to Premiership exciting football, people. It's what you've all been waiting for. I'd like to know if any of you guys have picked up Tyler Roberts. I don't know if he's a regen or not. He's probably a regen. Normally they have regen faces. Maybe not. Let me know if you've got Tyler Roberts. And Saki as well. Because he looked a decent player when I was available on free. I tried to get Barini. He was also available on free, but I just can't offer the wages. There was a few good players that were available free that I just couldn't offer wages to. Right, okay. So not the most exciting half of football, but I'm very happy with that. So Tyler Roberts is looking a bit nervous. It's his debut. His match sharpness is down a little bit, so that'll do. We'll give him a half. I'm going to say I'm happy with what... Oh, fucking hell. Okay. I got faith. Okay, we pull one back. I got faith. Yes. 3. Come on. Go for the 4th. Yes. Motivated. Okay, we rescued a little bit of that. Yeah, I don't want to rush Tyler Roberts into it. He's our sort of star youngster. I'm hoping that he'll either become really good for us or he'll be worth a decent amount of money that we can sell on and build a team with the money we get. Are we going to go for an entire... Oh, shit, I can't see. Who is it? It's them, innit? Right, break. This is the break. Adelaide on as a sub. First highlight of the match in the 72nd minute. That is quite impressive. It's hard to do that. Saki on the way. Saki's ginger. We've got a ginger Japanese man. That is amazing. Oh, this could be bad. Kapue, that's a good ball out to the right hand side. Moxie's there though. It's a weirdly long highlight. Neom. And there's a goal from Elyounoussi. Mohamed Elyounoussi with the first highlight of the game. So there's a ball back post. Saki just didn't track him well enough. The old ginger Japanese man. Okay, so it's not ideal start to the game. Might as well go for attacking. They've got a corner, haven't they? And we're going to go for Terrell for Mark Davies. He's happy as a DLP, isn't he? Yes. Oh, that was as easy as you like, that was. Who's that? Wellington Silva. Not known for his defending, as you can clearly see. And it's 2-0, deservedly, by Watford. Look, Wellington Silva. Oh, he just watches it. He watched it the entire time. Look at him. What a prat. What's he doing? Waving his arms about. Maybe try headering the ball, mate. Heading the ball out. That works. Brilliant. Okay, so it's 2-0. Fucking longest highlight in the world. Okay, alright. I don't want to see every bit of celebration. Jesus. Alright, can we get a bit of a consolation? Give the fans something to cheer about. Here we go. Free kick. Moxie with it. Pratley. Ball to Wellington Silva. Saved by Kalinic. Shot on target though, boys. Shot on target. Okay, I'm not massively disappointed with this game. We created a few shots. Not the best. And one clear-cut chance. But we only gave them one clear-cut chance, to be fair, as well. We've decent amount of possession. No. Oh, that's too easy. Too easy. Our players aren't actually trying to win headers, which is interesting. That was Saki that time that just decided against defending. Look. Yeah, he was just all over the place. Yeah. And Elephant Man scores it. Troy Deeney. Okay, well, it's looking worse than it was when I said I was not too distraught by it. Okay. Oh, don't score another. Set piece as well. Okay, we're going to have to defend set piece training because this has pretty much been our downfall this game, set pieces. That's a good tackle, Speary. Right, there we go. A sign of things to come. I'm not going to go mad at them. I'm just saying I'm not pleased. I'm not going to go angry. It's too early. Too early to go angry. Right, well, that kind of sums up what our season is going to be like, I think. We have an utterly shit team. To be fair, don't tell the team that, though. I've just got rid of some staff and I'm replacing some staff. Right. Getting a new scouting team in place. Now that we can scout all over the place. Wally's got some loan offers. I don't really want to... No, I'm going to reject those. I want him playing football. There's no point in him going to somewhere with worse training facilities and not getting games. So he can go to Southend, but he's not going to Dundee. And... Oh, Blackpool. Yeah, go and play Blackpool. That'd be cool. I like Blackpool. Right. Congolo, that'd be good to get him some time at Blackpool. Right. There we have it, boys. This is going to be a long old season. I'm kind of looking forward to it in a morbid sort of fascination type way. We have not got a good team. It's fair to say. Who is our best player? Clough. Clough is our current best player. That is the best player. He's not even got anything at 16. Off the ball, 15. He's got one stat of 15. Like, he's bags of talent. He's going to be a very good player, but he's okay. He's not spectacular, is he, really? Right. There we go, boys. That's how this season's going to go. Got no money. Might try and get a loanee in if I can. Right. We will play... I will play a couple of games. I'll come back for the Swindon and the Norwich game, I think makes most sense. Yeah. Swindon and Norwich games. We'll play the Newcastle offline. And then hopefully Swindon we can get a nice win. I'll play the first team because I want to get a win under our belts and try and get some confidence in the squad. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. And I will see you in the next episode. Love you all. Bye-bye.